Mingalaba. This is Bagan, which is located in the middle of Myanmar in Southeast Asia. There's more than 3,000 ancient pagodas and temples. All of them were built in between 11th century to 13th century. Now we are at the entrance of Nyangaba village, which was called Anuradha in ancient Pagan period. Most of the people in this village, they earn with making lacquerware since 11th century. In 11th century, the king of Mon country, southeast part of Myanmar, and his followers moved to Bagan. At the same time, more handicrafts technicians moved Bagan too. Before 11th century, people in Bagan, they didn't work for lacquerware. Only when Mon technicians arrived in Bagan, just studied and produced lacquerware. That is why the people in this village, they are still producing their traditional lacquerware. In this village, there's many lacquer factories. Here, we produce lacquerware, which is made of bamboo, wood, horse-tail, or horsehair. Those are our traditional raw material of lacquerware products. Now, we would like to present how to make our traditional lacquerware. These are the bamboos. Those were carried along the Ayeyarwady River from the northwest part of Myanmar. From there to Bagan, it takes about 1 month. The name of the bamboo is Matinga, which is the longest bamboo in our country because its length is about 60 feet. We use this bamboo to make the lacquerware. The basic material of lacquerware is bamboo. Now we are getting the bamboos. These bamboos, we got it from the northwest part of Myanmar. We carry by the river, and then we carry from the jetty to here by bullock carts. Right now, the gentleman, he is cutting the bamboo. When they cut the bamboos, they don't want to get the joints of the bamboo, only they wanted to get the meat of the bamboo. So after cutting the bamboo, we get the short bamboo which is without joint. So that one we have to divide to get small pieces. That is why right now the young gentleman is dividing the bamboo to get the small pieces. After dividing the bamboos, we have to be smooth the bamboo, the corner line of the bamboos. Because of those corner lines make the problems for the fingers. And then when the bamboo is getting smooth, the people, they have to slice the bamboo. When the bamboo is smooth, we have to slice very thin bamboo sheets, which becomes flexible. After slicing the bamboo, we have to split out the bamboo. When we split it out, those bamboo sheets will be very flexible. When we have the flexible bamboo sheets, we have to make the different shape of the objects. Those are the cups which we can use for the soup and the green tea. And the flat plate where we can fill up the fruits or steamed rice. And then flat bowl, that ones we can fill up steamed rice or salad we can fill up. And then the bowl that we can use to fill up soup. And then wedding box or offering box. And betel box. So those are different shapes of the objects of our lacquer factories. When we have the different objects, so those we have to start it from the one sheet of the bamboos. If you look at, we have to cut the bamboo as a hook, and then we make a circle. When we have the circle, we have to fill up more layers of the bamboo sheets as taperings. What type of the object we like to get, we can adjust less or more bigger circle, and then we make the different shape. There's two different types of making objects, tapering and weaving. This is the weaving the bottom of the objects. After that, we have to fit at the wooden mold and then continue for weaving. Now, this is weaving with the horsetail or horsehair. Each person can make 2 cups in a day. We cannot finish many objects because the horsetail are very tiny. These are wooden objects, which is going to be lacquerware cupboard, tables, wine glasses, and the tissue boxes. We make these objects made of teak wood. This is lacquer liquid, which we get it from the lacquer tree. That is called Usitata in botanical name. Originally, the lacquer liquid, it come out from the tree as brown color. But when the sap of lacquer liquid touched with the oxygen, its color changed to the black color. Right now, we had to be melt lacquer liquid under the sunshine and filtering to be clean. When the raw objects are ready, we have to apply lacquer sap with the husks of coconut because we want lacquer sap between the layers of bamboos. After applying with the lacquer sap, we have to be drying those objects inside the cell room for a few weeks. As you see, this is at the cell room where we try to be drying our wet lacquer objects with humidity. Because wet lacquer objects, those cannot be dried under the sunshine. After 7 days later, we take out those objects, which is applied with the lacquer liquid. But the surface of the objects are very rough. That is why we have to be smooth the objects with the carved knife. These are the ash of the kettle's bones and pure lacquer liquid. After smoothing the objects, we apply the whole body of the objects with the plaster, which is mix of the ash of the kettle's bones and a lacquer liquid. After that, we have to put it back inside the cell room for 7 days. After 7 days later, we take objects out and polish with the rough stone to be smooth. After smoothing with the rough stone, we apply the plaster with our fingers, because our fingers can adjust like a liquid on the surface of objects, thinner or thicker. And lacquer objects will be harder, stronger, and waterproof. Each time, if we apply lacquer liquid on the objects, we must keep them in the cell room to be dry. After 3 layers of the plaster on the objects, we have to polish the surface of objects. Now, please have a look. The lacquer object, which is getting smooth and harder, stronger, and waterproof. When it is smooth, we apply with pure lacquer liquid till to 14 times. Each time of lacquer layer, we must keep it inside the cell room for 7 days. After 14 times of the lacquer layers on the objects, it will be very bright to make designs. That is why we must polish on the surface with the powder of the teakwood charcoal, so that we reduce brightness of the lacquer objects, not to get reflections. Now you see, this is not very bright and ready to decorate with beautiful traditional designs. Now we are getting plain lacquer objects, and our designers make designs which is our old ancestors drew these designs since many centuries ago. If you look at, these are the colors to use for our traditional lacquerware. Those are red, green, yellow, and orange. All the colors, we get it from natural stone and clay. After drawing designs on the plain lacquer objects, we begin to engrave for red color pictures. When we have the engraving lines for red color pattern, we mix the red color powder and a pure lacquer liquid as a glue. If we are ready, we apply red color paste on the object and put it inside the cell room for 3 days. After 3 days, we take out red color objects and wash with the rice husks water, which is the husks of rice in the water, because of the husks of rice can remove extra color on the surface of objects, and red color will remain inside the engraving lines. Now, as you see, how the red color pattern is coming out. After making designs, we have to create 4 different colors. Those are red, green, yellow, and orange. The basic color is red color. If you see black color design, we have to fill up with red color. If there is a red color on the objects, we have to continue for green, yellow, and orange. After getting red color design, we have to apply with the acacia glue. So red color will be under acacia glue and engrave with the sharpened iron needle for green color on the objects. Then fill up with the green color powder inside the engraving lines, and then put it inside the cell room. Last 3 days ago, we put these green objects inside the cell room. Right now, we take it out and then we will wash with the water. And then, if you look at after washing the water, we will find green color and a red color patterns. When we have red and a green color pictures, we apply with the acacia glue. So red and a green will be under acacia glue. And then we engrave for yellow patterns. After that, fill up with the yellow color powder in engraving lines. And then we put it inside the cell room for 3 days. Right now, we take back yellow color patterns objects from the cell room. If we wash this yellow color objects, underneath we will find red, green, and yellow color patterns. And after that, when we wash with the water, the object will be wet, that we have to be drying. And when it is dry, we have to apply with the acacia glue. So that is why red, green, and yellow color will be under acacia glue. After applying with the acacia glue, we engrave the lines for orange color patterns and fill up in engraving lines with orange color powder and lacquer liquid together. Then we keep those objects inside the cell room to be dry for 3 days. After 3 days later, we take them out from the cell room. And then we have to wash with the water. When we wash those orange colors, we will get 4 different colors. Those are red, green, yellow, and orange. When we have 4 colors objects, we keep them back in a cell room more than 7 days. That we make sure to be dry and strong for our lacquer liquid and color of patterns. And then we polish with the petrified wood powder, and the 4 colors will be brighter. So this is our end of process. So from the beginning to the end, this process will take about 7 months.